That's that good shit!
Hello and welcome to Resident Evil number 1, the game that was the remake.
Oh, look, I'm Barry. I'm stuck in a pit. I can't get out. Oh, I'm in a basement. Hey, Barry.
You know where we are by this point in time. It's part 12 of that long opening there. But I hope everyone's going super duper well. I'm excited to get back here with Jill and try and get her out. I don't know if there's a chance we'll escape tonight, but that's only if I'm super clever and on task, so we may not escape tonight. If we don't escape tonight, we'll finish it Saturday. But I'm hoping we can try escape tonight. I'm hoping we get Jill out. And I hope everyone is going super duper well. I'm going very excited. I was grinding in Pokemon Fusion so that when it comes up again, I have a surprise for everyone, and I think you're all going to love it. But, you know, that's for later. Let me bring you all up. But yes, hello Ronan and Ozzy and Faceless and Sleepy and Barry, of course. Hello, Barry. If you're looking for a quote, specifically Ronan, Barry, what's our quote generation up to? Because you can technically ask for a specific quote. So you could work from the latest quote we have and just go backwards by one number each time till you find the one you want. Because it wouldn't be too far out. Will Jill get out is the question. Will she actually escape? Do the opening. Do the opening, but do the thing. Tell us, do the opening. Despite being a robot, has no grip strength? No grip strength? Because Barry has been trying for at least 2 years. Would you get... I just keep changing the way that Barry can get out. This is really loud. I don't know if it's loud for you guys or just for me. I'll turn my headset down. I use my giant quote book to get a quote if anyone wants one. I would like one. I would like a quote. Faceless, what's the quote for today? Latest quote was number 630. What's number 630, Barry? Now I want to know. By the way, everyone, so I jumped back in just before stream started with Jill, and I got us back up to where we were, last stream that we did Resident Evil, where we did the x-rays and we opened the computer. So I went to the computer and I opened it up and I entered the passwords for that. So apparently there's a bunch of doors now unlocked. I haven't been into the... Well, no, there was one room I touched, realized I hadn't gone into it yet and backed out and saved the game. So I was waiting for us all to get back together to explore it. I found a first aid thing and ran away. Very unlike me to actually take the health. So what we're rocking right now is I've got these 3 discs. I found 3 ammo discs. So we just have these. It really annoys me that it's like this, but whatever, that's fine. I know I could rearrange it if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to be vaguely annoyed for the rest of the stream at it. You guys can join me in that. But we've got those 3 discs, no idea what they do, but we have them. Oh, I'm not showing you anything, am I? Thank you, Barry, I just saw that. Let me fix that up. Never mind, guys, I'm not showing you a single thing. I knew there was something I forgot. I was like, sitting there and I was like, you're forgetting something, Talos. And I was like, are you really? Because I don't think you're forgetting anything at all. And obviously I was forgetting to show you guys how the game. Here it is. Instead of just my little picture and a black screen, this looks much better. You guys can't even see the thing that's torturing me though. I just realized that. You guys have never been able to see the thing that I've been seeing. Oh. There's sometimes, like, because what I'm looking at on the screen, I always feel like you guys can see exactly what I can see, but you can't. My face gets in the way. My reality breaks through and blocks part of the screen, so there's always, like, a secret part of the game that I get to see that no one else gets to see. I'm the VIP of the game. But yes. This game looks weird. It does look weird, Sleepy. It was called Black Screen of Nothingness. It's a very strange game. That was the one. Boob door? Boob door. The bowstring of my spirit was not slack. Cambo or Gertrude of Wyoming. What was that in relation to, Faceless? I like the bowstring of my spirit was not slack. Like, it sounds meaningful. I had a family gathering, so I have a lot of leftovers. Then I just ate an ungodly, desperate combination of foods that is lingering in barbecue ribs. Pure decadence. That sounds amazing. I did ask for a quote, Faceless. I just meant, like, what was the quote in relation to? Was it just like this Campbell person was just like, do you know what? I just want everyone to know that the bowstring of my spirit was not slack. Like, that's a good, it sounds very meaningful. Was it a good family gathering, Sleepy? Like, it must have been if there's lots of, it was either a really good family gathering because there's lots of food, or it went poorly, and then no one ate the food because they were busy arguing. But the good thing is then now you have the food. So that's a perk, isn't it? This was the room that we haven't been able to go into. I opened it with the computer, I believe. You've created a cult around the book. I like that. I know the book gives me quotes and I dispense its wisdom. It is a good quote. Sorry, Automod. What did you do to Automod? Oh, I see what you did to Automod. I can see that Barry permitted the terms. I'm concerned. I've not even read what Ronan's written. I've just read what Ronan's had Barry permit. In a hole in the ground there lived a hobbit, not a nasty, dirty, wet hole filled with the ends of worms and an oozy smell, nor yet a dry, bare, sandy hole with nothing in it to sit down on or to eat it. It was a hobbit hole, and that means comfort. A quote. Is that actually a quote from the book? Yeah, it was pretty chill, but my family always makes too much food. Ah, see, that's always great, because then you've got food for No, okay, that's fine. My eyes were just doing a visual trick. I thought this little box here was opening, but my eyes were just not seeing it correctly. See, that's always nice. Like, big gatherings of food that you can take home. That is from The Hobbit. It is from The Hobbit. Ah, excellent. So it is from The Hobbit. I like how descriptive he was about a hole. And just the idea that it was a hobbit hole. Oh! So this is I got a spray can of health here. So I grabbed my spray can of health and I ran away. I like the idea of having a spray can of health. Like a spray can spray. Like you just graffiti yourself with healing. The film has been set into place. View it. What film? Bioorganic weapon official report. This is not a film. This is a slideshow. Oh, that's right. Look, guys, it's the things that we killed along the way. What a lovely story. It's a very serial killer kind of story, isn't it? Like, in all our happy memories. 834170623. Is that going to tell me something later that I need to know? Can I? No. Wait. Don't we have in, like, Kenneth's film? Can I use this thing? It's the film that belonged to Kenneth. I need a video player to record. Is this not a video? I feel cheated. I want to play this stupid tape that I've had from the very... Are you a video recorder? Oh, you're shotgun shells. You're not a video recorder at all. You're the opposite of a video recorder. I feel like if there was ever to be a recorder, here would be a screen. Yeah. Like, I know you showed me in pictures. No, I don't want your film. I want to set my film in place. Does anyone know if this is actually something I can do, or if my brain has just decided to fire neurons off in the most useless of fashions? Do I recognize any of the researchers? Not straight off the bat, but I'm not looking to recognize them. I can go have a look and stare at them. I wish I could watch that stupid film. Hang on. I'll watch this bad film again instead. That one's face looks scared. I don't recognize them, I'm afraid. Is one of them Wesker? Is the guy on the right Wesker? He has glasses and some dark gloves on, and he looks more edgy than the others. Like, he also looks like he has some wickedly long sideburns. One of them is Wesker, yes. Tells it is a film projector on the slideshow. I don't know if it's just doing slideshow because it can't do film. Like, maybe the game was like, we don't know how to do a film. Wesker's the only I've recognized with the glasses. So was I correct that Wesker is the guy on the far right? It's on a roll of film. I know, but I had hoped Faceless. This kept calling this a film, so I thought the game was just being a bit janky and was like, it's a film. So I was like, maybe I can plug my thing into that. But no, again, because it's calling this a film, and this is certainly not a film. Right, I'm glad that I noted who Wesker was. It kind of looks like Wesker was going through, a sideburn stage. This is a good movie. It's a great movie. I think the director's narrative is what we're doing right now. Over the top of it is even the best. There's scary. There's being possessed person. There's smug nerd who doesn't know he's in a horror film and about to die. There's clearly ghost man who's facing out of existence. And then there's Wesker, who was really into sideburns. If I could find a VHS player... Look... If the game would give me one, I would use it. I haven't seen one. That was the closest I've got. Camera. Look, they've got camera recordings. Security protocols. Heliport. For executive use only. This restriction does not apply in the event of an emergency. Passage to heliport entry is prohibited unless accompanied by a consultant researcher or the chief of security. Unauthorized persons entering the heliport will be shot on sight. Elevator / the elevator stops during emergencies. Visual data room / for use by the Special Research Division only. All other access to the visual data room must be cleared with Keith Arving, room manager. Prison / sanitation division controls the use of the prison. At least one consultant researcher, E. Smith, S. Ross, A. Wesker, must be present if a viral use is authorized. Triple lock door / entry into the room is limited to the sole person who deactivates the lock with all the passcodes. Accessing the exclusive output terminals located in each section of the senior researchers deactivate the lock. Power room / in this room, nitro compound is used as the primary fuel source of power. Access is limited to headquarters supervisors. This restriction may not apply to consultant researchers with special authorization. Passcode output terminals / use and access of output terminals is limited to authorized senior researchers. Regarding the process of tyrant, after the admission of T-virus, eligible hereafter. Nice. I love how flat Jill's face is. I need a fun fact about the development in this game. A fun fact about the development in this game. This version specifically, or all of them all together. Who has a fun fact about Resident Evil for Aussie? My fun fact. I said all my fun facts at the very start. I actually meant to keep doing that, and then I just kind of kept running out of time, and I forgot to keep doing it. But there's so many more. I had lists and lists. Okay, so there's nothing else in this room? Wait, you're a... Nope, you're not going to let me do anything. Can I touch anything else in here? Would anything else like to be touched by Jill? Jill wants to touch. She wants to explore. She wants to use the visual media of the world to... That's not a door, it's just a very oddly placed wall. But it looks like a door. Doesn't that look like a door? Which version are we playing? I forget. The dogs were having issues having the same ringing as zombie. Codes had too much up dog in the code. They had too much up dog. Too much up dog. Can you inform me further about the nature of up dog? What is up dog? Nothing. What is up dog with you? Despite the fact that But then why come into this room at all? I'm confused. Passcode entry terminal. Use it? Yes. Oh. I'm out of ideas. Okay, so there's a passcode thing here. So, you had numbers that I hated on the end. The film, view it, yes. Give me your numbers. You have too many numbers. Does anyone feel any particular way about any of these numbers here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. There's 9 numbers, but I need 4 numbers there. So it can't be every third one, because that wouldn't make sense. Unless it was 8, 7, 2, 8. Would that make sense? 8, 7, 8, 7, 2, 8. Is that a 3 or an 8 there? I think that's an 8. Could be a 3. And I think that's meant to be a 3. I thought like it was an 8, but like that had been burnt out, but no, it's 3. That's probably not how it's meant to be, is it? Unless you go like 8. No, that wouldn't make sense either. Code was close but wrong. How am I meant to figure out the code, Barry? Should I explore some other rooms, or is everything I need actually in this room out of curiosity? I've also got my little discs. Can my discs be shoved into anything? Can I use my... I don't know. It's not going to do anything, tell us. Maybe the full code is my butt. Hello, Big Hairy Yeti. How are you going? Hope you're going well. This is a place of learning. This is not a place of buttery. It is a place of learning. But what if we are learning of buttery? Okay, so... Error. We've got... Is that the symbol for pi there, Ronan? Okay, but why would it be pi? It's 3.14. What comes after the 1.4? I only ever learned, like, it was only ever used up to the first 3. It says the final slide is meant to have the code. Don't know how you're meant to break it down to 4 digits. So, because it's Pi Day. Is just everyday Pi Day? Stop saying buttery. You don't like the word buttery, Sleepy. It is if you have pi. That's true, if you have pi. Okay. So, alright, what do we have here? We have A39 Cerebus, F103. Does it tell you what the clue's meant to be? 002 Tyrant. Oh, hang on. Is that, like... Am I supposed to have, like, a key for it? Like, some sort of deciphering thing? I had a steak and cheese pie earlier. I want an apple pie now. Okay, steak and cheese pies are delicious. I haven't had an apple pie in years, but they are tasty whenever I had them. You don't like apple pie? With vanilla ice cream, they are very good. I like them just with straight cream. Because ice cream, I don't know what it is. Like, because the cream mixes well, and then the ice cream and I just fight, and the pie is there, and it's just awkward. And hello, Felipe Joe. How are you going? Hope you're going well. Today's the day. We're hoping today is today. I got us caught up to where we were, Felipe. And so, I'll show... We've gone to this room. Like, pies are a savory item, like scones. You can have dessert pies. I will allow dessert pies in the same way that I've been forced to allow dessert scones. So we've got here, Felipe, and we've got this, which I believe will give us a 4-digit code, but we're not sure how to get a 4-digit code from it. The mix with something hot and cold for dessert. Oh my god, it is a good mix. All pies were created equal, except for shepherd's pie. Shepherd's pie was not created equal because it's not a pie. It's not a pie. It should never be called a pie, and it was wrong to start lying about it and calling it a pie in the first place. He doesn't explain how the code works at all. I don't understand how it gets the answer it gives you in the walkthrough. Oh! Felipe, do you know how, like, what's the logic? Because I wanted to try and logic out what the code was before that. Check the back of the game case. And hello, Lukai. How are you going? Just get the game case. I'll pull out the old game case and look for it. Maybe I'll find the manual and it give me handy tips and tricks. Or I could get one of those really good magazines and I could text for help. Do you guys remember when you could, like, actually text? There was, like, some game things you could text and they would... which code? Just got here. Which code? It's the code... Hang on. I'm walking away from it right now. You prefer cottage pie. Cottage pie is a true pie. I will count cottage pie as a pie, but shepherd's pie isn't a pie. It's a lie. It has the word pie in there, but it's trickery, it's treachery, it's pieception. But not like a cool, like, Inception movie. It's like the word deception instead, which is a bit like that. But that's because the shepherd's pies are deceptive. They're not here to lead your flock of pie-lovingness to safety and herd it close at night. Instead, they're here to slaughter you. They're wolves in pie crusts, is what they are. Shepherd's pies are wolves in pie crust, and I shan't stand for it. And neither should you. And Anyway, the code that we're talking about. I asked Barry, I was like, Barry, do you think I will be able to finish this game tonight? And he messaged me, he was like, do you plan to just wander off on random tangents or play the game? And I said to him, I'll make a great effort of playing the game. And so far, we're 21 minutes in and I'm screaming out to you about shepherd's pies being wolves in pie crusts. So I think I'm holding up my end of the bargain. It's this code right here. Oh, well, this isn't the thing for the code. No, I don't want to watch the film. The film has been set. I know the film's been set in place. Stop mocking my inability to press buttons. It's this one. So we're in here and we have a passcode entry terminal. And I was just guessing numbers because there was a small chance I would be correct. As you can see, I'm not correct. And Barry said that the way to get that code is hidden at the end of this film. It promised me pie, Faceless. It promised me pie. Do you know the utter disappointment I had as a child? I was a child. I was smaller than I am now. Short, much shorter. Fridges were terrifyingly large. That kind of youth, you know, when they're really tall. Then you grow up and they're not that tall. Like, they're still tall, but they're not that tall. They're not terrifying anymore. But I was a small youth where fridges were still at a height that seemed unreasonable. And I was told that for dinner we were going to have shepherd's pie, and I loved pie. Pie was great. Pie has a crust. That's the best thing about pie. It's the crust. So I was very excited, and then dinner came, and what appeared on my plate was mince with some peas, and there was mashed potato on the top. And I was told that was pie. That wasn't pie. That was a lie, and I was distraught and upset, and that memory has stuck with me for my... Oh my god, that's why I get so annoyed with people messing with my food. Oh my god. Sorry, still to this day, I get unbelievably angry if you promise me one thing for food, and then you give me something else. And I think it's all traced, we're having a breakthrough, everyone. I think it's all traced back through to that moment where I was given the wrong thing. I always knew I hated shepherd's pie, but maybe this is why I get very unbelievably angry when anything that messes with my food. There you go. All of them were deceived, for there was another pie, a master pie, forged by the Dark Lord to control all others. Indeed, Sleepy, that would be shepherd's pie. You need something to help decipher it. So I do need something, Felipe. I do need something to... I was wondering if that was the problem. I was like, is there meant to be something that we need to decipher it? Oh yeah, it's just from an earlier and I didn't notice. You're good. Okay. And hello, Kite Guy. How are you going? Cheesecake's great. I love cheesecake. Cheesecake is... How is cheesecake a scam, Faceless? It's amazing. Cheesecake tastes delicious. So, we need something else. There's nothing else in this room. Correct me if I'm wrong, please, Felipe. So that means we're going to have to go downstairs. It'll be fine. The mince pie to rule them all, the mince pie to find them, and the darkness shepherd them. See, you guys get it. In the land of the kitchen where the shepherd's pie... It does not taste like cheese. This is true. But people also tell me blue cheese doesn't taste like cheese. So I allow cheese. Cheese has leeway. I'm fine with cheesecake. What does anyone know why it's actually called cheesecake? Was it ever made with... I don't think it's ever been made with cheese, right? Like, there's no actual cheesecake of cheese. It's always like, it's something else, isn't it? The truth is out there, tell us. The truth is out there. It is really... Is it really a cake? I think it's a cake. Like, if you count ice cream cake as a cake, then cheesecake is surely a cake. Though you've got a good point, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Have we been in here? Because normal cake, it's like that weird sponge texture of cake. You know how cake is like cake texture? It's cake texture. And then you have cheesecake, and cheesecake has that hard base. And then you have the not cheese section. You know, you guys are onto something here. I don't feel as strongly about it, but that's because cheesecake's never harmed me. It's only ever been a delicious snack. But I do think possibly we do need to take up arms about this, and we probably need to have a very strong word to the cadavers are frozen, wrapped in body bags. Not these. We probably don't need to tell the cadavers about the cheesecake issue, but somebody. We should find someone to complain to. You know what? I think this is why, if religion was real and like God was real and you could actually talk to him, I think this is why he doesn't talk to people, because he'd be indoctrinated with just people being like, why is cheesecake called cheesecake? It's not like the other cakes. And whatever higher being was in charge of us would be like, shut up, you wankers. You named that, not me. That's your fault. But I imagine that would be the case. Like, can you imagine? You can just, a variety of chemicals you've never seen before. Well, I guess we can all imagine that. I'm not finding anything in this section. But, you know, I imagine that if there is a higher being that exists watching us play out our lives, or play out Jill's life quite poorly, that the reason that they ignore everyone is just simply so they don't have to answer stupid questions. That's why Google is around. An information management server. It appears to be broken. Well, do you want something? Can I shove something into you? I have many things. I learned that the cake is a lie. There you go. So it's we've all learned it from the video games. It's cottage cheese toast. But like the cheese. Define it. Go do your cheesecake research. Do your homework. In the middle of the stream, excuse me guys, we're not doing Resident Evil anymore. Instead, it's a deep dive on the purpose of cheesecake. Wouldn't that be a fun next community goal for you all to work towards if you wanted to? We had the interesting fact stream. Now we can have the why are things called why they're called that Talos stream, where I can just sit there and go for an entire stream explaining why things exist the way they do. These are all unlocked. I unlocked all of these. So you show me maps like I'm a person of understanding. It hurts when things have expectations of me. I know, I unlocked it. Do you relock, or do you do this just because your programming is small, because you old game? Why? Exactly, the why stream. Tells us first instinct when presented with a problem. Is there something I can shove into you? Well, I find it works quite a lot. Like, either you successfully shove the correct thing in. Aurora LCD monitors, they must have been used to display something. It was a good job, Jill. And air is used for breathing. Fantastic work. Because you either shove something into it, a part of a corpse lies on the operating table, and it works, or you stop it doing anything, so it can't get you in trouble for doing the wrong thing. So that's why I like to just shove things in everywhere, because it'll help solve the problem one way or the other. Not always the way you intended, but when a problem goes sideways, it's best to try crush it until it's not the shape it formerly was, and then you just sort of bury it out of sight and out of mind. And then it's gone away. So that's how I think we should deal with most things that we are confused or misunderstanding about. Jill constantly rolls 9s on perceptions. Poor Jill. Have you searched both rooms you unlocked yet? I'm not sure where the other room is, Barry. I'll be honest with you. There's these locked rooms here. So that's why I said we would head back downstairs. I guess in the interest of going forward, we could always just... I don't know if I've been through you or not. I'm not sure. It's not a real cheesecake if it's made with cottage cheese. Well then what? Is it still a cake? Like, should cheesecake not be counted as a cake? Because it's not made out of cake material. Like, it's not cake texture. Do you know, we've been here, we went here. Because cheesecake, we can all agree, whether or not we're going to say that at the end of this conversation that cheesecake is cake, we can all agree that cheesecake does not have cake texture. That cheesecake is inherently the wrong texture. I don't think I've been through this door. The wrong texture of cake. It has a base. Other cakes don't have a base. Do you know what I mean? Like, cheesecake is technically closer to a pie, I guess, in the way that it has, like, a crust. I've not been in this room, and it's terrifying. Are you a zombie in here with me? It's like asking a Ouija board, and it answers back. Cakes come in all shapes and sizes. Well, now we have to define it, because at some point we can claim... Like, again, you wouldn't call, like, a donut a cake, would you? You can't carry... No! Oh! I bet you that slide cartridge is the thing we need as well. Facts. To Sanitation Division, attention, a manager of sanitation from Raccoon Disaster Contingency Committee. The contents of this fax are confidential and intended for the named addressee only. Any copying or disclosure of the contents of this fax to any third party is strictly forbidden by the sender. After reading the contents of this fax, ad must be destroyed immediately. We expect significant increase in the damage done by the recent T-virus outbreak than initially estimated. There are several concerns. First concern, more than half the residents have been infected by the researchers have been infected by the T-virus and died. It has also been reported that almost all the survivors of this accident are starting to show symptoms of the T-virus infection. Second concern, our secret security patrol team has also been completely eradicated. Therefore, our most secret research is in danger of public disclosure. Quick actions are demanded to prevent mass media coverage. Third concern, there is a high possibility that most of the specimens are running loose inside the compound. We expect many casualties to follow. However, yet unfortunate, these casualties underscore the success of our research results. Actions must be taken to prevent our research results from being made public. We suspect the first official intervention will come from the state police and STARS. We strongly recommend taking measures against them first. Neato. Sorry, did you just turn into a crimson right before my eyes? So I'm going to have to come back here, so I'm going to have to kill you. Like, again, I'm going to have to make you crispy. Go on, crispify for me. I'll go over here while you light on fire. Cake can be an adjective and a noun. Yeah, this looks like the one you wanted. Okay, so you're going to tell all of Italy, the birthplace of cheesecake, they're wrong. I can tell them they're wrong. It doesn't mean they have to listen, but it does mean I'm still correct. It depends on how big the donut is. That's again, what are we defining as cake? Ricotta cheese is the original cheese used. Well then, it's still not cake if we're going by... What are we defining as cake? We need to start with the definition of cake. We can't just argue nonsense. You have to have an underlying level of logic. More than half the residents are evil. Or ricotta cheesecake is also real. That's the thing. We've got to do that. Chili trained agents of Tennessee. Yeah, she's not, the best. A security system, passcode transmission device. If you had an MO disc, you could transmit the passcode. I love an MO. I have an MO disc. I've got 3. I've got 3. Look at me showing this like again. I must find more black boxes and put my discs inside of them. It seems to unlock something. It's unlocked the door of doom. That's what it's done. A bunch of triangle flasks. Oh, excitement. Now we have space. What are you? There seems to be something behind the sturdy door. Open it. I don't want to open the door. I feel like this is a bad idea. I feel... Warning. Fuel may explode if shaken or jarred. It looks like a refueling device. Okay. Well, I'm not going to take you. I'm just happy you're not a monster. So, that's fine. Here, you come with me. You're my cartridge. You're my best friend. I'm going to say au revoir to the rest of you. I'll be back maybe. Open it. Shake and or jar it. Warning, Talos, this thing might explode if you shake it. Talos, shake it! Make Jill shake it, Talos. I think I shall go save. Go, Jill. Go to your freedom. Okay. Up the staircase now. So, the good thing is we're proceeding forward. We've found what we think is the cipher. Make the Jill shake it, Talos. Make the Jill shake it. I love the idea of someone just one day randomly finding like a list of all the quotes from the streams and just being like, what is this? I don't understand. Is this an ongoing narrative? Is this Talos walking into the wrong room? This is very much her walking into the wrong room. Jill is caked up. Jill's had too much cake. She's just so full of cake. It's... Cake is like... I haven't actually had cake in ages. Cake is delicious, but I've not had it in a very long time. Go through here, Jill. Has anyone had cake recently? And if so, what kind of cake did you have? I don't even remember the last time I had birthday cake, actually, now that I think about it. When was the last time I had birthday cake? I say that to you all like you would know, as if I gave you regular updates. Like you come to my stream and I'm like, hey guys, like, Cyberpunk part something, just had some birthday cake, how are you all? Oh, I've got 7 bullets left in my gun. Meh. No, save Talos, save! Don't just meh Talos, save the game! Don't get wrapped up thinking about cake. I want a Snickers cake. I don't know what a Snickers cake is. Does it exist? I'm going to assume yes. If a Snickers cake exists, has anyone had it and is it delicious? It's banana. That's the thing. No, you've got a point. They're a cake donut. Again, is banana bread a cake? Why is that bread and not cake? It's closer to the cake texture than anything. I've recently started eating peanut butter and jelly again, and I highly recommend. Like, just out of the jar or, like, on something. Because I like the idea if you've just got 2 spoons and you just, like, one in the jelly, one in the peanut butter, and you just shove them both in your mouth at the same time. Or, even better, like, you have, like, the peanut butter on one spoon and the jam on the other one, and you, like, put them over to that, and like you make like a little ball with the 2 spoons, and then you just sort of like try to fling the ball of food into your mouth. Like a fun game. I don't know why you would choose to eat that way, Big Hairy Yeti, but I hope that's the way you choose to eat, as it would entertain me. Oh, no, on a sandwich. That's a very reasonable way to eat it, I guess. What kind of bread? Just plain white, or do you do something weird like get pumpernickel? And be like, you know what, I love my peanut butter and jelly on pumpernickel. Banana bread is called bread and not cake because of the loaf it's typically baked in. Well then, can I bake cake into a loaf shape? Phone, what are you doing? You can't escape. If I bake a mud cake, like a chocolate cake, in a loaf pan, is it now cake loaf? I live in a pit with very little food. Barry, what the hell? Barry. And you're a robot with no taste buds. But what the heck? Honey wheat. Ooh, that sounds delicious. And reasonable. Okay. Use. Oh! Ha! Ha! That is so funny. I actually got close to that a couple of times, didn't I? Just by sheer guessing. Guessing? I think you mean guessing. What? I think I was going to say guesstimating, but I bailed on it last minute. Like, you gotta commit to words or not at all. Otherwise you get guesting. Which sounds like I've got guests coming over, but I was obviously talking about guessing, so... The good luck does clearly continue, Felipe. You came in and almost immediately I managed to stumble in the right room. There was 8462, right? 8462, 8462, 8462, 8462. Jill. Jill, touch it. Yes. 8, 4, 6, 2. What do you open up? I knew it was a door. I told you. I was like, isn't that a door? That looks so much like a door. And we were right. It is a door. Your first code is 8642. That's so funny. What are you? You take... Yeah, take the laboratory key. Can we do anything here? Some sort of image editing equipment. It looks like you can use it with... Ah! Oh my god, yes! We can watch Kenneth's film!
Get away from me! No!
I don't think this ends well for Kenneth. He wasn't very good at keeping, like, the subject in frame, was he? Poor video shooting skills, Kenneth. try again later. They killed Kenny. Those bastards! Impressive how this guy can shoot. Just like shooting around. I know, right? He's not a good cameraman at all. Wow, Kenny sucks at his job. He really did. He really did. He lived and he died being bad at his job. So, even the audio, he didn't capture that zombie in the natural habitat at all. Ken needs a class in photography. He does. Well, he does. So, we have a lab key. I wish I knew what it opened. I know it opens a door, and it's a lab door, but, like, I wish I mentally knew where lab door was. You watched Starship Troopers last night. I love that film. I haven't seen it in yonks. Are you planning on playing the video game? I've heard some very stellar things about the video game that's come out. No? Not interested in the game, or just meh? Wait, we should have checked that room for doors so I couldn't get through. That would make sense. Yeah, do that first, Talos. Get your shit together, Ken. Indeed, Ken, get it together. I wish I knew. I wish I knew you wanted me. Is that a song? I'm assuming that's a song, because that sounds very familiar. That sounds really familiar. Barry, help. It is great when the bugs just come down and eat everything. Just nom 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 nom. Alright, so we went in that room. That room had actually nothing in it anymore. It just had x-rays. I think that we went through here because this was locked before, right? Like, I'm just doing it because I want to double check. Because that opened up the other thing. Yeah. So we went in here, we got the stuff, so this room's got stuff that I probably should take, but I'm just running low on room, and I'm probably going to regret not picking up those rounds, aren't I? I feel like as we're getting towards the end, I'm going to regret if I don't pick up ammunition. So you're coming with me. Will you take incendiary shells? Yeah, we will take incendiary shells. We'll have the bigger opening weekend, Barbie or Oppenheimer. Okay, the Barbie film terrifies me. It was a meme on TikTok. Ah, that might be why the song, like the words seemed really familiar. That makes sense. Have you guys seen the trailer? I actually hadn't seen a trailer for the Barbie film until like Saturday night. And I was exhausted and perhaps had met a very polite bottle of wine and had been acquainting myself with it. So I was in that headspace of tiredness and polite drinkingness, and I had a very visceral reaction to it. Not a fan myself would be how I would say I responded to the Barbie video. What is an impolite bottle of wine? Impolite bottle of wine face is when you just down the bottle of wine in the first 20 minutes. And it's impolite because now you're impolite, and you and the bottle have phased into one because you've drunken it so fast and no one wants to be around you. And hello, Boom, how are you going? I'm so keen on Barbie movie. Yes, Boom, I believe it was you who I talked to, who I had the visceral reaction of the Barbie movie at on Saturday night. And you're just like, Boom just sends me a response to my long rant and is like, it's Kylie's birthday, and Boom's out of club having fun, and I'm like at home in the dark watching a Barbie trailer with my wine, being snarky about the trailer. One of us has an interesting life, and I think it might be Boom. Barbie looks just the right amount of unhinged. I don't know whether it's going to be good or not. My initial reaction is I hate it, but my initial reaction to almost as everything is fear and to attack it. So I don't know if we can take my initial reaction correctly. I was slightly out of my mind that night, forgive me. I like the idea that you were like, do you know what? Because you seemed pretty jazzed on the Barbie. Like, you wake up the next day and you're like, why was I defending this? Oh, we can push things. Go, Jill. Very good job. Good job pushing. Oh, Jill not going to have space soon. Jill be sad. BRB, I'm watching the trailer. Enjoy the trailer. Hang on. There's another locked door, and I'm just thinking if we use that, we might be able to free up a slot. Ryan Gosling. Is he the guy in the trailer, Sleepy? Is he the guy in the Barbie film? Is that why I got irrationally annoyed? Like, yes, destroy, yes, haha, I had a feeling. Like, I know that Ryan Gosling's a thing because I hear him in media and I hear people talk about him. Like, or I did years ago. But for the life of me, like, if you showed me a picture and you said identify it and it was Ryan Gosling and I didn't know it was Ryan Gosling, like you haven't told me it, I wouldn't be able to tell you that it was Ryan Gosling. I would probably say it looks like a generic man of Hollywood. But he is. Okay. Okay. It does have a great trailer tagline. If you love Barbie, this movie's for you. If you hate Barbie, this movie... See, the tagline is great. The tagline is very smart and funny. He was great in Blade Runner 2049 and in La La Land. I've never seen La La Land. I really should. Like, I'm sure Ryan Gosling's fine. I just don't have any I literally have no reference other than mild annoyance.
That was a cool gamer moment.
But it's not even at Ryan
eh?
Gosling specifically. It's just more in general that I think I just constantly heard about him for a period of time. Oh, what the hell are you? Jesus Christ. Is this Ryan Gosling? Have I found Ryan Gosling? It's rusted shut. I don't like Ryan Gosling if so. He's ugly. Can I not be killed by Ryan Gosling? Jill, get up! Get away from Ryan Gosling. That's officially what we're calling these now. As I am unsure what they are. I can hear it in the other room. Did I go backwards through a vent? Oh no! Oh no! Now I have a reason to hate Ryan Gosling. Evasive maneuvers engage. Indeed, Sleepy. Okay, I don't like that room. Why would I ever go into that room? That's a horrible room. We're never going back. Wow. What did you think of that trailer? That trailer, yes. It's rusted shut. Well, I think I was just in there. What have we... Oh, hello. It appears to be the control panel for the elevator. Press the switch. It doesn't seem to be getting any power. Of course it's not getting power. Alright, so we need to figure out how to make the elevator have power. Because apparently, when all the scientists turned to zombies, they decided they wanted to eat or misplace batteries everywhere. That's a side effect no one ever tells you about becoming a goddamn infected, is it? They're like, oh yes, you'll eat your loved one's brains, and you'll moan and go a lot, and you'll probably walk into walls, but no one ever mentions you'll rearrange batteries in an entire building. Like, maybe people would think twice about becoming a zombie if they knew they were doomed to eternity of rearranging batteries in the most pointless way possible. I think someone will enjoy it. That person is probably not me. My thoughts as well, Faceless. I don't, like, you never know. The thing is, I'm sure at some point someone will hold me hostage long enough that they force me to watch the film. Oh my god. Have I mentioned I don't like the number of Ryan Goslings? No! Jesus, they're kind of terrifying, aren't they? Oh, what do you do? Warning, fuel may explode if shaken or jarred. A refueling device for the power room. It's not working right now because there's no fuel. There's an empty capsule. Will you take the fuel? Uh-oh. Oh no! Jill's going into the air! Okay. So, we have found out what happens when a Ryan Gosling touches Jill. And it's not good. So, cave leech? Very cave leech. I don't like fish out of water movies with characters embarrass themselves. Yeah, I think that's the thing that's going to... that's why I like... It's like, Barbie, go to the real world. And then it will just be like, I think the thing that annoys me the most is if you were in the real world and you met Barbie. It would just be annoying. There's no universe that Barbie isn't annoying in the real world. Because she's just so incredibly out of touch with the times. Yeah, those are super awkward to watch. Cringe. I can't stand... I hate when you're watching something and the person is embarrassing themselves and the whole reason it's funny is because, oh my god, I can't believe they're doing that. Alright, so... we're going to go heal and we're going to go save because from the sounds of it, we're about to explode. Ryan Gosling doesn't deserve this unfair association. Well, I can't pass judgment, Sleepy. I have no concept of what a Ryan Gosling is other than previous mild annoyances, but I'm not even, like, I don't even feel justified in being annoyed about Ryan Gosling. This is one of those times where I'm willing to say it is unjustified how annoyed I am at Ryan Gosling since I don't even know what the man is. I'm just annoyed by his existence by prior communications. So, but I don't know. Okay, question. Put a poll up, Barry. Is it fair or unfair that Ryan Gosling is being associated with giant insect monsters trying to kill Jill? Also, Ken being sexist. Yeah, Ken being sexist isn't that funny. Like, what's the vibe they're going from? Like, hey guys, Barbie's about a pretty lady and being fashionable and rich. Also, her boyfriend's sexist. Don't worry, it's hip and happening now with 2023. What's the point of that? Like, what happens at the end of the Barbie film? I don't understand. But I also don't have enough confusion that warrants an answer that I would watch it to answer that. Like, I'm not sitting here going like, I must watch this to find out. I'm sitting here going, I don't like it. You know, a very productive way to deal with existence. Talos, you could answer your questions if you just looked. Talos, meh. I don't feel like we're using these too much. I am getting a little bit nervous about how much is stuff. You know what? Might be a mistake, but we've got ammo. This is fine. This is fine. This is... Okay, we're gonna go save. So I left a pie and came back to hating Ryan. Where have we been? So Ryan Gosling exists, Aussie. That's about it. That's about where we're at. Don't force Barry to make pointless polls. His work has value. If Barry wants microchips, he'll make the poll. Aren't all guns self-defense guns when used for self-defense? Well, true, but then isn't everything a self-defense weapon when used for self-defense? No, it's totally... okay, so it appears, Sleepy, unfortunately, it is totally fair that Ryan Gosling is an insect monster trying to kill Jill. Hello, Former, how are you going? I hope you're going well. And I hope that you haven't been cursed by the Barbie trailer, as have many of us now. I have a reason to hate Ryan Gosling now. Exactly. Now I have a reason to hate Ryan Gosling. Self-defense assault. Exactly. It becomes a self-defense assault rifle if you're... Like, in this game, every gun Jill has is a self-defense weapon. That's the thing. Because we're protecting ourselves. Result. Is it fair? No. Result. No, it's totally fair. It's totally fair. So... Did I put a health on? I don't think I did. Jill, you're injured. Jill. Oh no, I'm lying to you, Jill. You're perfectly fine. Do you know what we're going to do though? We're going to get you a little happy plant that you can munch on when you get sad. So that would be a great snack if you've decided to recently be vegan and you're jazzed about vegetables. I say that because I just feel like nobody who isn't a vegan gets enthusiastic about vegetables. Like, you can get excited, like, or just green stuff in general. I shouldn't just say vegetables, because chips are a vegetable, like potato chips. But, like, I don't think anyone gets that excited about spinach or lettuce. But I know that there are people on the internet who do get very excited when they see, like, a lone iceberg lettuce rolling around and unprotected. But those people always end up being, like, crazed vegan people who... on the internet being like, if you become a vegan now, you'll live for 3,000 years, grow 2 extra third eyes, and also be able to travel back in time and look at the pyramids. And they're always enthusiastic about green stuff. But they're the only ones. And I feel like that's because they've got nothing else to be enthusiastic about food-wise. Because I feel like the more you restrict your diet, the more you have to get excited about certain things. Because you can't get excited about lots of other stuff. So... Jill's going to be excited like a vegan. I get hyped for grass. Just grass in general. Is it fair? No. Do I care? Also, no. Everyone was meant to say no. I couldn't pick Ryan Gosling out of a lineup. Thank you, Kite Guy. Neither could I. I had no idea how to pick him out of a lineup. Now I do with the insects, though. I only eat the cow. Exactly. Like it's the circle. So technically, if we want to argue this, everyone is vegan and everyone is a carnivore, because I watched The Lion King, and The Lion King had that very important lesson where Mufasa is pre-death. After death, he just keeps going on, you have forgotten who I am. So I think, like, he gets Alzheimer's or something then, because he gets a bit forgetful when he's talking to Simba. But before that, he's not as much. And he's talking to Simba when he's alive, and he's like, look, that's grass, and that thing eats the grass, and then we eat that, and then we die, and we become the grass. And so we're all one and the same. So everyone's a vegan, and everyone's a carnivore, and I've not offended anyone, because you're not allowed to be offended now, because Mufasa says we're all the same, and we're all equal. So it's... You're anti-Mufasa if you're upset with me, and that's just wrong. He's dead, you know. Brutally murdered. Potatoes. For 3 years, I ate no meat or dairy, but I never liked the word vegan because it had such a strong stigma. That's fair. Did you have any particular reason for doing that? Sleepy. Like, any reason you decided to do it? Like, was it dietary or just by accident? I don't know how you accidentally do that. I feel like you have to go out of your way to do it, because, like, everyone mixes stuff with ingredients. And no judgment. I legitimately have no judgment if people are or not. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. As long as, like, they're not forcing me to do it. Because I really like eggs. You don't understand how delicious eggs are. I'm with Chris from Resident Evil 5 on this. Eggs are a delicious and important snack. And chickens should be worshipped far more than they are, because they give you eggs. Chickens are great. If you are what you eat, then my client isn't... my client is an innocent vegan. That's my second favorite Hamlet. It's a good one. In my country, you're still allowed to insult and offend people. Love it here. I think you're technically still allowed to offend and assault anyone. Oh, I only eat meat that I either see killed or kill myself. That you either see killed or killed me. Well, what if you can picture it being killed? Does that count? So... we have this capsule. We have a bad area in there. Alright. So we've got those down that side. Now, the refueling station. Was that... I've got to try and remember where the refuel... Because we saw it before. I think it was through this door. Because yes, we go through here. And then we did save. I really hope we did save. Otherwise, I'll be a little bit broken in the heart area. So we'll find out shortly. Are you the glow? Okay, hi. I have a thing to show you. It's a capsule and reminds me vaguely of Jurassic Park. You know, where he goes there and he gets the dinosaur embryos. And it's Newman from Seinfeld, but they named him something else in the film because they thought maybe people wouldn't recognize him, which was a lie. And then he gets the embryos and then he grabs them and it's like a device that looks like this and he runs away with them and he gets murdered. It was a moral question and being grossed out by factory farms, but eventually I started eating meat again because I came to a conclusion about that moral question. Oh, what was your conclusion, Sleepy? I'm interested. When I was a child, like, again, if we go back to around refrigerator being ridiculously tall age, school made us do a project on chickens and where eggs came from. And it was horrifying, and I remember being horrified, and then, like, the school did the whole how animals are butchered. And I remember that. And I was, like, very upset because I was I still am a huge animal lover. But it turned out I also really liked meat. And so young, small Talos was still like, it's terrifying, but very tasty. But again, this is the same person that liked the movie Animal Farm when she was accidentally given it to her for her birthday. So I don't really know if, like, personally, I don't know if my morality gets counted. I don't think we should probably count me. Let's use this. It's not necessary. What do you mean it's not necessary? I'm trying to collect the frozen embryos. I've got... Yeah, give me it. I am very nervous about this shaky thing. On refrigerators? No, on the meat. But I never want to be a vegan, and I never care what someone else does. And that's fair. Like, I think there's the thing, like, the unfortunate thing is there's a lot of labels that get certain stigmas and that. Actually, I remember being, I remember when the very first year I ever was in university, I was taking a philosophy course, and the lecturer basically said, who here, is a feminist? And almost no woman put their hand up. There was, like, one. And he basically went like, isn't that absolutely appalling? And he went on to explain to all of us one of the reasons was because and this was a question he asked a lot of women specifically, like, that would come in if they were feminists, and almost always the answer would be no initially, because of the horrible stigma surrounding the idea of a woman saying they were a feminist, which obviously, like, I would now say, yes, I am a feminist because technically, yes, I am. But it was very interesting hearing that, being confronted with that, because, like, you know, fresh out of high school, straight into university, and you have all these, like, these stigmas, like, nobody wanted to say it because they're like, oh yeah, I do believe in women's rights and stuff and equality and things, but I'm not a feminist. It's like, no, you are. It's just that you have this horrible negative stigma around what a feminist represents. So I always thought, like, that's always stuck with me, because I was like, wow, I feel like an idiot now, because, like, I've let my own prejudices about these things affect how that works. But it was really, really interesting. So I do find, like, a lot of people with certain labels that are technically accurate, they're like, I don't want that label because of the things associated with it. You grew up on a farm, so you're watching animals slaughtered at 5. See, I grew up fishing, so I, you know, was used to killing fish and stuff and things like that. But I don't know. I don't want to shake the capsule. Animals getting killed is not gross, but the factory farms are disgusting. What they do there is absolutely disturbing. You are very right, Sleepy. I totally slayed the physical tests. The question is, what feminist means? Whoa, these farm are getting into discourse over there. What? My first job was at a chicken farm. Oh, wow. That would have been terrifying. The main ingredient of this fuel appears to be nitro compound. Running could result in a fatal explosion. I've never wanted to run more. But I shan't. We're going to be good. We're not going to run. Okay. So, we're not going to run, everybody. I'm going to concentrate and take it slowly. Because if I don't, I suspect we're all going to die. My suspicion is that it's going to happen multiple times. Alright, so this is the way we want to go. Slowly, slowly, Jill. Now, there's two things that are going to try and eat your face, Jill. They're both Ryan Gosling, so good luck with that. This may or may not be the correct way to Ryan Gosling. Good luck, Jill, is all I'm going to say. This is not the way to Ryan Gosling. No, this is not the way to Ryan Gosling. I've got to try and remember where I am on the map between all my random rumblings and stuff. Okay. Is this... Yes, these are the 2 doors. Okay. Hang on. The chickens would go squawking out. So, was it a free-range chicken thing where they'd all go out? Whatever you believe, it means people with certain parts are inherently superior to men. So... Okay, so I'm just gonna very clear this up right now. The very basic idea of what a feminist is before you add all the political thing and the people who are extremists is basically an advocate of women's rights on the basis of the equality of the sexes. That means anyone can be a feminist as long as you're an advocate of women's rights on the basis of equality of the sexes. It doesn't mean anything more or less unless you want to take it to a stupid place right now. That's literally what we're saying. So we're not going to start... I'm not 100% sure what's going to be happening here in the chat, but like we're not going to go and we're not going to make this into some weird let's shite on other people. I literally was only bringing it up in response to Sleepy talking about how they didn't want to be referred to as a vegan because of the connotations, in the same way that even now saying the word feminist is possibly starting something that I don't particularly want to get into. That was the point, was that a feminist at the very core, the very concept, is just an advocate of rights. So that's all it is. I don't particularly want to turn the Resident Evil stream into some sort of political talk. It was literally just about how different labels and different connotations is a thing. That was all it was meant to be. So... Okay, don't run, Jill! Oh my god, why would I make her run? Why would I make her run? Okay, so I'm 99% sure this is the correct room. I'm 99%... Oh no, this is not the correct room. What the hell is this room, Jill? What have we found? Is that a safe wheel? Is that... Is this... Oh my god, there's a safe... Okay, hang on. Jill, take this. Yes, take this. And I can save, and now I can run, because we won't have to go all the way back, because we have ink. So if we die, we only do small explodey, but we come back here and not have large explodey. Yes, excellent. Okay. Trans rights are human rights, Ronan. I'm not sure where the conversation's going. I'm very distracted trying not to make Jill run. I'm just seeing sort of keywords pop up that I see a lot of angry discourse come about. It was legally free range. 150 chickens is about half an acre of space, about 13 square meters per chicken. It's about being respectful and having a fun time in stream is all, dude. I'm only here to enforce the right vibe. Leave it there. You can talk about politics in front of Barry. Again, I'm normally very happy to talk about politics and stuff like that. It's just that right now I'm trying to focus on not exploding Jill. And I know that there's recently been a lot of discourse where people want to take things into places to start fights and stuff. I'm not saying anyone was trying to start a fight. It's just when I'm half distracted, I don't want to have my chat going a place that I wouldn't approve of myself, if that makes any sense. When I'm half distracted, I don't particularly want to accidentally misread something and state an opinion that I don't truly believe, or myself start saying things that don't make sense, even though it makes no sense all the time. This is a comfy place, a happy place. Thank you, Sleepy. But yes, trans rights are human rights, Ronan. Politics cannot enter the same room. Yes, we're going to, once I walk Jill out of this, we're just going to leave politics alone, because I don't so just because I know that these, like, again, I don't think anyone's done anything wrong. Just from what I was reading, like I said, I just went over, saw a couple of keywords, and I was like, right, not 100% sure what's going on. And already, I've turned the stream into this thing. So, I want to see what happens when we walk Jill out. Waffles are superior to pancakes, fight me. I would kind of agree with you there. I think waffles are superior to pancakes because waffles are lighter and they have that lovely crunch that goes with them. I think they're absolutely wonderful. It's rusted shut. I don't know where I've taken Jill. Was it down here, Jill? Is this where you want to go? Pancakes are in waffles all day. I know, you're gonna have to fight me and Big Harry about this. Because, like, pancakes, I don't know, man. Like, pancakes are just, they're so heavy. Like, I know you can get thin ones, but, like, there's something about the heaviness of pancakes. Uh-oh. Well, Jill died, so I did shake it. I did make Jill shake the thing at the end. Crepes are superior to both waffles and pancakes. I'll fight you on that. No, crepes are pancakes that want to cry. That's what a crepe is. I remember being taken to a crepe restaurant, and this person, they were a friend of mine, and they were like, crepes are the best. And like, they took me there, and I was like, it just seems like a depressed pancake that's been crying. Like, it's a watered down pancake. And then you just, like, the thing is, people like crepes because you're not just eating the crepe, you're filling the crepe with everything else. So what you like is the inside of the crepe, not the outside of the crepe. That's what that is. I just realized I have all these things that I could put into the save box that I didn't before I left it. I don't know why I'm doing this when I'm probably going to explode again. So I really shouldn't waste time not exploding. Let's go, Jill. Let's go explode. If you don't explode, I'll bring you back here. Pancakes are for more filling, crepes are snacks. See, that's my problem is pancakes I find too filling. I find pancakes too heavy, whereas waffles, one, you can say waffle as waffle, which is just the funnest thing to do. And then crepes are snacks because you have to add other things to the crepes to make it the crepe. But you can eat a waffle by itself, or you can eat a pancake by itself. Waffles are the bastard son of the two. Waffles are not the bastard son. Waffles are like the delightful. Jill, what are you exploding on? Right, we're not even going to bother putting your save discs away this time, Jill. You're going to carry them with you. You're going to carry ink into battle, and if Ryan Gosling kills you, then that's all on you. Hello, German zombie hunter. How are you going? Hi, an older veteran is greeting from Germany. How are you? I'm new on Twitch and I'm looking for Resident players all around the world. Actually, I believe, German zombie hunter, we met a bit earlier in my Resident Evil. You may not remember me. But we did actually meet a few streams ago with Jill. You may recall Jill being stuck around a pool. We're going quite well. We're currently exploding. We're having a lot of fun time. Don't go kablooey. I'm going to try not to go kablooey, but we'll see what happens. I would say crepes are more versatile because they can be added to things. I understand the versatility argument, but like, it's kind of like, is versatility worth giving up the tender crunchiness of a waffle? I don't think it is, Barry. I just don't think it is. I think you'll keep dying because that bug. Do you think I should murder the thing? Really? Sorry. No need to be sorry, German. It is fine. I often forget things, so. You can make crispy crepes. Is that just a burnt crepe? Or can they actually make them crispy like a waffle? Because I've never had one of those former, and if I could have one of them, then maybe I would change my tune. Do you want to know? Is this... Yeah, I'm not even 100% sure if this is the right room to put Jill in. But at least we're dying really close to it. So for me, this is a win. I'm actually quite happy because we're so close to where we're dying. It's like, it's barely even an inconvenience. So we can just keep coming back and blowing up Jill. Don't sprint. That time I fired my gun. But yes, don't sprint. Splat. Jill, no sprint. Jill, no sprint. Walk very slow, Jill. Just walk slowly towards the bugs. Is the room I'm going into the right room, German? Or Felipe, if you're still here, do you happen to know if it's the right room that I'm wandering Jill into? Or am I just being making her be murdered for funsies? Alright, Jill. You've got this. You've got a gun full of lead and a Ryan Gosling full of being a target. You can do it. Okay, do it. Do it. Okay, firing the gun blows them up. So... that's happening. Alright. Do you think it's a percentage chance, or is it just that it will... Wrong side of the room? Wrong side of the room. Ah, thank you. Okay. Wrong side of the room. That's good. That's good to know. So, I'm assuming that... Is it just every time I fire the gun I blow up, or is it a percentage chance? Is it like 89% chance you blow up, but a 69% chance if you run? Let's go, Jill. You've got this. I mean, I keep saying this to you, but you keep blowing up and we keep restarting, so I would like to think you can't remember what's happening. Alright. Here comes Jill. This is like very deja vu, isn't it? Look, everyone, it's Jill. She's going into the scary room. Putting the caption on the other side, then you can sprint again. Then I can sprint again? Okay. I keep trying to, like, figure out where I'm meant to put it. That's my problem, is I keep... Don't run, Jill. Where is it meant to go? Oh, no. Could you let Jill go? Oh. So it's electrocuted then. That's good. Don't come near us. You'll get electrocuted. Oh, there it is. Okay. No, Jill. 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 Touchy, 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 Jill. What? Yes, 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 yes. Oh, thank Christ. Yay. Jill, now you go back and save because we don't want to do this again. Go save, Jill. Go save. Thank the gods. Felipe has been supplanted. Felipe has been supplanted. German zombie hunter has come in instead. Thank you for that. Now you're fine. Excellent. That was definitely shaking. It was shaken, not stirred. Oh, that was a lame joke. I liked it. T-Pain has a commercial where he rides 2 narwhals to promote his soda. What's his soda, Sleepy? What's his soda? That, like, it would require 2 narwhals. Like, what do you... Is it, like... I'm trying to think, and the only thing I can think of is, like, it's called horny or something like that. And he's like, horny for when you're horny, because, like, they have horns. That's all I can think of why you would use narwhals. And I don't think that's a good reason to use narwhals. Zan, tell us, Zan. Yeah? Nah. I'm so confused. Zan, tell us, Zan. Ah, shaken, not stirred. Oh. The name of it is Splash, and it's more of a flavored spot. Oh, so he just went with narwhals. That's not a really good name for a drink, is it? Hey guys, I've got some Splash. Alright. You know what? We're going to put these in our box. Because I need to have more items in my box. Because I don't know if I'll come back to this save room. We might go forward and never come back to the save room again. I want the spray can of health, thank you. Take that. Take that, Jill. Now, go over to your box. Sounds refreshing to me. Wait, I don't know. Like, can you imagine, like, what flavored Splash do you want? I want purple Splash. It's the best. I love when I get splashed. Like, you wouldn't want yellow Splash, would you? Like, that's not what anyone wants the color of. Try our new lemon splash today. No one's trying your new lemon splash. No one. I don't know what these... Like, I know that we've turned 1 disc on, so I'm taking discs with us. Red Parade is the best. No, I think the purple is. Purple is the best. Now imagine Talis doing the golden eye thing and shoot the camera. I can see splash work. I like that. So in places people use that to refer to a quick drink. Like, do you want a quick splash? God, that sounds like an exhausting place to work. But it says she runs at full speed with the chainsaw. Purple is good. Red is better. Purple is best. Purple is best, followed by blue. Red is above. Yellow. Apparently I'm just full of fighting you tonight, Faceless. Will you die, little Ryan Gosling? Good, he's dead. No more Ryan Gosling. We succeeded. Which blue? Oh, you get multiple blues? Cool. Alright, so we're in here. Oh god, why are there so many of you? Can you stop? I'm going to run out of shotgun shells, and that's going to be awkward for everyone. Come back! Go. Ooh, a battery. So it's called Splash Blast. Oh no. Not just Splash. Do you want to blast the splash? Well, I'm going to leave you there. Have fun melting into nothingness. I like the clear Powerade, but it doesn't say Powerade. I think they misspelled it, but it usually says like Poland Spring or Deep Park. I like those ones. The clear ones. The nice clear... Usually they're like a lemony flavor, I find. There's no power to the main elevator. Start it up. Yes! Yay! Elevator power, everybody! I like the shotgun because I miss less when I have the shotgun. I've always been a Musashi guy rather than a Powerade. I only know them as energy drinks. Not as the electrolyte drinks. Do they make electrolyte drinks? Oh my god, there's so many of them. Because I love their energy drink. It's so good. Absolutely best energy drink. Alright, well I'm going to leave this tainted room and go somewhere else then. And it's 0 sugar flavored sparkling water. That's supposed to be good for hydration. That sounds amazing, Ronan. Because I hate full strength drinks, like full sugar drinks. I find them far too sweet. Cannot stand them. So I pretty much exclude... Oh, you want me to... I do have an MMO disc. An MMO disc. I have a WoW disc right here. I'm just shoving my WoW disc in. I'm gonna have to check that. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna check Splash out. I don't know why I'm being so negative lately. Everything we bring up, I'm always like, meh. I'm just confusing the Ryan Gosling behind me. Okay. A brand... Ew, water. You got a tap, right? I like sparkling water, actually, with the fuzz, like you have it and it's like all tingles and stuff. It's quite nice. Get it from the tap. Get it from the tap. Are we going A? Go away, I'm bored with you now. Why not bottle? I always found, did you guys ever see those, Voss bottles of water? It was like $5 for a glass bottle of water. It was like the most ridiculous thing I'd ever seen. And they're so popular. And like they weren't even practical to drink out. It was so obnoxious. Nope. Oh. Jill! I'm trying to... Jill, the door. Oh my god. She did not want to do that door, did she? She was being very obstinate there. You hate bitter things so much. So not a big bitter fan. I'm not a huge bitter fan. Okay. We're going to do another... I'm just like saving like crazy now because I know we're near the end. And I'm just like, I don't want to have to redo all that section. No, the glass bottle. Have you not seen the glass bottle of water, Sleepy? Like, to pay that much, like, it just blew my mind to pay that much money for because it was next to the other bottled water, right? But it would sell like hotcakes. They were these, like, $5 was the small bottle. It got up to like $10 for the big one. And they were just a glass bottle. It was just normal water, right? All the water bottles next to it that you would get that were bottled water, they're like $2 max. But then you had these guys come in and they're like, it's a glass bottle and it's like from Norway or something. So pay extra. And it was so obnoxious. It was like, that's too much money to pay for a simple thing of water. Stop. Far too much. I really wish we had more shotgun shells. That would be nice. You're a big bitter fan? You suck lemons for the flavor. Buying water. I buy water. Like, sometimes I need a water bottle. Plus, there are places, Faceless, where, like, it is actually safer to buy bottled water than to actually drink water out of the tap. So, there is that whole thing. Folks love those bottles in the office at work. The status symbol, that's what it was, wasn't it, Boom? Like, you only brought that brand of water as a status symbol to be like, I have so much disposable income. I have a glass bottle. It's so impractical. Stop it. Okay, so I'm getting quite a lot of grenade shells. Maybe it's just that whenever I saw someone with one, they were usually someone that, like, I didn't get on well with. And it's probably because they were the kind of person who brought a water bottle as a status symbol. Like, you know what? I'm being obnoxious because technically, like, I have a lunchbox that I brought as a status symbol. It has, T-Rex's skateboarding on it. And my status is that I'm awesome. So I can't judge you know what? I can't judge the water people too harshly. I myself too have a status symbol. My lunchbox with T-Rex on it. So far, no one at work has commented and said, wow, you're really cool. So I'm still waiting for that, but I think it's going to happen any day now. One day, I think right now they're not aware that they should look closer at my lunchbox, but I'm sure one day one of them in the fridge, they'll be looking for something and they'll have to move my lunchbox.
Sorry, but
and they'll see they'll see my dinosaurs. But thank you so much for dropping by, Kite Guy. I super duper appreciate it. You have an absolutely fantastic rest of your time zone, and you're probably off to work, so I hope you have a great time at work, and I hope you have your own dinosaur skateboarding lunchbox, because they're the best, and you deserve the best. That's what it's about, spending the money to show the status. Unless you live in a country with poor water quality, it's not worth buying it. I know what you mean. Tell us, but I'm not worried about that. I'd rather focus on the working man's water, the real man's water, the water that waters your life, because it's so hydrating and watering. You want the real water, the Mount Frank, the equivalent of the Mount Franken in Australia, the water that's for the man on the go who needs the water there and then, and the bottle there and then. Oh, it had a Voss bottle. Yes, the Voss, so smash and use as a shank. It would be a horrible shank. That is a horrible. Your friend had a horrible plan. Just get a knife. You have a lunchbox with skateboarding T-Rexes. You are really, really cool. Thank you, Faceless. I am, yes. That lunchbox reminds me every day that I'm really, really cool. Sometimes I am faced with evidence that I'm not super duper cool. And so I just get my lunchbox out and I go, I am really cool. I've got a lunchbox with skateboarding T-Rexes on it. If I wasn't cool, then I wouldn't have this. So, you know, it's a good reason to have a lunchbox like that. Just saying, everyone. If you're ever unsure of your coolness, get a lunchbox with skateboarding T-Rexes, and then you never have to be unsure again. Now, I don't like that I've been rendered down to effectively my grenade launcher. Sleepy, I like cheesecake. Cheesecake isn't real. I like water. I hate those annoying waters. See, Sleepy, you're covering the span of conversation. It's all the different nuances in conversation, because one opinion often can't encapsulate all the ways you feel about a matter. Everything's much more complicated. Cake's not a simple subject, neither is a bottle of water. There's far more below this well of what seems like the mundane observations made casually. When you deep dive into it, you realize there's a plethora of fascinating things to mine there. That's why the opinions seem to shift, but when you put them in perspective, you get a really wanky sentence like what I just said. Maybe just stop liking things that don't exist and are annoying. No. Can't do that. Good point, you guys. I really learned something today. Today we learned that stuff exists. You know, that's why you came to the Resident Evil stream, right? Like, you probably woke up today sleeping, you're like, God, I don't know how I morally feel about things and foodstuffs that mean nothing. Perhaps I should tune into Resident Evil, for that's what it's truly known as. Some people play Resident Evil to see Jill killing zombies and flawless logic runs. Not us.
Jill.
Oh my God, it's Barry.
You could have at least waited up for me, you know?
Let's go.
Hey, where's my last MO disc thing go, by the way? Does anyone know? I hope it goes down here. So Barry's back. Barry who's betrayed us. Barry who tried to kill us. Or left me for dead. He's back. So, hope you're... Are those shotgun... Oh my God. I just put my shotgun away. And you're saying that there's 2 things of ammo down here. I would rather have had my shotgun. Oh, that's so aggravating. I hope there's a savey box. Savey box. But at least if I die, we can bring this. Barry! Oh, is that Wesker?
Wesker!
At last. Oh,
Thank you,
God
Barry.
damn it, Barry!
Well, what do you know?
Oh, don't blame Barry for everything.
Barry! Where's Barry?
I hear that his better half and 2
Well,
lovely
I'm
daughters
sorry,
will be in
but
danger
he's
if
probably
he doesn't do everything
the
I
most
tell him to.
powerful biological weapon in the world.
Wesker, you're pathetic.
I need to
Well,
get
you
that
shouldn't
sound
worry
bite
too
of
much,
"Don't
dear.
blame Barry," I think, and put that on the
We'll be free
soundboard.
of
Yeah.
all this anyway.
Why eliminate stars?
Believe it or not, that's Umbrella's intention.
You're just a slave of Umbrella.
Smart girl, but I think you misunderstand me. The things you mention are nothing. I'll burn all of them along with this entire laboratory. Barry, go up on the ground and wait there.
Barry, always to Barry.
You gotta love Barry. He must really be afraid of Umbrella.
You and Umbrella took his family. You bastard. Oh!
Umbrella.
Why is
Well,
no
I
one
used
murdering
some
Jill?
carrots and sticks to cow him, but it had nothing to do with Umbrella. I just used Barry for my personal interests. Though both you and Barry seem
Same!
to think I was following Umbrella's orders.
What? What are you planning?
I guess it's time for show and tell.
Oh no. It's never good when Wesker wants to show you something. Oh, that's not a good... Why did you put the heart on the outside of the body? That's a bit of an obvious weak spot, isn't it? You gotta love Barry. Oops, right over the plot. I would love for the story to deal with Wesker immediately blowing Wesker's brains out. Just bam. Well, that's not Barry, is it?
It's magnificent.
Jill, you can't
the
see Jill's
sake of
expression
this
because my
thing.
camera's in the way, but she had the most slack-jawed
You
expression.
know, I hate goodbyes.
Well, then shoot her. Like... Oh, Barry was listening all along. Barry!
Forgive me.
No, you're not to blame. It's Umbrella and
That's the
Wesker.
most robotic.
Even
Forgive
if it meant my family, I couldn't bear turning my back on my friends again. Shit!
Welp. Why do they always put the organ on the outside? Do they just get lazy about the surgery eventually? I think we should run, Barry.
Damn it!
Jill and Barry together.
Everyone in this game terrible.
In hell.
You want a piece of me?
Barry looks like he's about to fall backwards.
What? Premature.
No, Barry! You viral cultured freak.
What an insult, Jill! What an insult! Do you know what? It's really good, actually, that we ran out of shotgun equipment, isn't it? Or maybe not. Oh. 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 Oh, Jaw. Jaw. He's a big boy. Oh my god. Does he die? Well. That answered that question, doesn't it?
Barry.
That was almost anticlimactic. Well, this feels like a boss fight. The voice acting,
You're
it's
okay.
it really is magnificent.
Jill,
It's some of my
Sorry.
favorite voice acting ever.
that was careless of me. Wesker,
He's gone.
How does he always get away? Why does
First,
nobody just
let's just
murder
get out of here.
Wesker? In the Resident Evil universe, you should be a pro at just dismembering bodies. This is like, I would be good in the world of Resident Evil if I could survive long enough, because the moment I had something die, I would murder it good. I would be like, look, you look a little bit dead, I'm going to make sure you're super dead. I'm going to get a chainsaw or something like it, and I'm just going to massacre your body. I'm just really going to spread the limbs everywhere, and maybe burn it. I don't know. But I'm not just going to be like, oh good, a singular bullet and you fell to the ground. That must mean you're dead forever. For I've never seen something reanimate to life and try and kill me in this zombie universe. Like, murder more things. I'm just wondering if I meant to put my CD-ROM somewhere down here. I'm a little bit nervous about it. Alright. You just had to ask. Telos Chainsaw Massacre. It would be great. Oh. Telos Chainsaw Massacre. That would be a fantastic game. Can I use the computer then? Okay. Did I didn't bring any health, did I? Can I use you? Do you want this? It's not necessary right now. Alright, I'm a little bit confused as to what they want us to touch. Is this not an emergency? Oh, never mind. Well. A number of capsules, each containing an unspeakably ugly creature. That's not nice. Don't talk about the Barry clone. No, I'm joking. Right, well that worked, didn't it? Why do I feel like this thing's going to get back up again? I just feel like it's not dead. You know when you kill something in a game and you get the impression that it's lying to you. It's doing a false flag. It's not truly being dead.
System has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and
Wesker must have set it off. Let's hurry.
Hey, what happened to Chris? That's right, he was outside the mansion. Yeah, so we never found Chris, did we? Go, Jill, go! And Barry. Go, Jill, go!
self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate
Just a gentle nod. Yeah, let's get ready. I really wish and the annoying thing is, I'd half considered maybe I should bring some health with me. Do you think I'm on a timer? Because if I'm not, then I just am going to wander in here. Chris is an optional thing to find, I believe. Oh, really? How do you accidentally find Chris? Because I would love to accidentally have found Chris. That would have been super neat. Just gonna...
the self-destruct system has been activated.
Well,
All
shh.
personnel must evacuate.
We're busy doing things. I probably don't need everything, do I? We'll take an extra health thing. But, like, you know what, actually? We've only got... Yeah, we'll do that. We'll bring the shotgun and that. And then... I really hope this isn't timed and I'm just wasting... God, I hate trying to remember how to get into this thing. Do you remember what part we stare at to make it open up? The cover. Okay, got it. You reckon Magnum over the shotgun, Felipe? Okay. Well, I think I've got plenty of, oh, yeah, sure, let's... Okay, I've got that. So I might as well open this one as well. I didn't actually realize that these were... Okay, so change the Magnum out for that. I can do that. No, I didn't mean to... Examine... Oh. Okay.
Self-destruct system has been activated. All
Use...
personnel must evacuate immediately.
Meh. Okay, so quickly go back to here. And... Oh yeah, we've actually got about the same for that. So if you reckon Magnum over that, we'll go... I'm going to put my faith in you here. And I'm also going to grab... some first aid. I thought I had more first aid cans. And hello, Dale. How are you going? You've come for the exciting part. Barry didn't betray us in the game. He's saving us instead. So that's a turn of events, isn't it? We'll grab that. And...
The self-destruct system has been activated.
yeah, we'll grab 2 plant. Should I keep carrying that MMO disc? Like, will that come up? Will that MO disc come up? Does anyone know? Because if it's not, then I'll put it away. I think Magnum's the best weapon you can get, not counting Barry Magnum and the special ones. Okay. So it is like just legit one of the better weapons to have. I guess you have to play as Chris to know what happened. Right. Felipe, is there any point, like, have I missed where the MO thing is meant to go? Because I'm guessing then if... like, I'm guessing, like, since we never went into the room, that was, like, an optional room to find. Looks like you need to deposit all 3 before this bit. I'll defer to Felipe though. Oh, okay, so... yeah, the disc... okay, so there's no point in actually bringing that with us for the rest of it. Alright, that's fair. Thank you for letting me know. Alright, onwards. What does it do, Felipe? What would it have done? I'm assuming I'm past the point where we could actually use that. So where the hell did Barry go? Because I'm curious, because like we got 2 out of the 3. I was like keeping my eye out for the 3rd, but I couldn't figure out where it was. Oh god. Ow. You think you can use it? They opened the door and down there Chris's. Oh, so I could have gotten Chris. Shoot. Where is the 3rd? Where is the 3rd door to find? You know what? It's... damn it. I kind of want Chris, but then I'm kind of like, I'm here. I just don't know where the 3rd area was for the disc. That's the thing. Because I never saw anything for the 3rd one. Like, we could technically... I could load the save I just made, and we could go all the way back.
Hurry!
Alright, well, hurry. Where are we hurrying? Where? This way? There's no need to... well, where? Barry, where do you want to go? This way? Just a lovely self-destruct system going on back there. Is Barry coming?
This is Brad. I'm running out of fuel. If there's anyone alive, contact me now or just give me a sign. I repeat, this is your last chance.
Alright, we've got to get somewhere and contact Brad. Come on, Barry. Brad's waiting for us. I'm okay. I had a 3-day weekend and now you're up for work. Ooh, a 3-day weekend. Did you get up to anything particularly fun or was it just a chill, relaxing time? Oh my god, you need me to find a battery? 3-day weekends are always great. Oh, is this the battery? Yes. Oh my god, it's right next to the thing there. This whole 2 Barrys is confusing. All of the Barrys. But like you said, you can load the save later and say, yes, this is true. I can do it later. You have the good ending, you need Chris and Barry alive. Oh, to have the good ending, I need to have Chris and Barry alive. Okay.
3 minutes to detonation.
Damn it! We're almost there! I'll go get him. You just get in contact with Brad. Whatever
Oh.
it takes.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye, Barry. I'm sure this will go swimmingly. Damn it, I wish we'd gotten Chris. I must have just missed it as well. Because I had all 3 discs, so I was carrying them around. Because I was like, these obviously do something, and I must have just missed it. Oh well. The one you missed was either the morgue or the room near where you put the capsule, from what I can tell. It would have been the morgue then, Barry. The one near the capsule I did get. I got the one in the slide room, so it was the morgue. What happens if you have a full inventory on this point? Okay. Here we go. Launching some missiles. Hey, Brad, I'm alive. Barry might also be alive. I don't think that's Barry.
Jill!
Oh, it is!
Made it.
It was very ominous. Oh, that's not Barry. Well. It's kind of easy. It's easy to miss. Where sort of was it, Felipe? Well, that was a complete miss. Oh, I should have taken my incendiary grenades with me. No, my other ones. Oop, I'm just gonna go over here. I'm gonna miss you. No, go after Barry! I'm pretty sure he's protected by plot. Ow! Jesus. Don't you backhand Jill, she just got up. Well, I should have taken more health with me. I don't feel good about this fight. Do I just need to survive? Because... Oh!
Jill, use it!
Jill, use
Whatever
it!
it is!
Quickly, Jill, awkwardly lean down. Yes, use the rocket launcher. Oh god, what if I miss? What if I miss? I'm no good at aiming! Oh, the game doesn't let you miss. Hooray! Alpha Team's finest, Jill. Jill needs to be cautious, everyone. She does. That was surprisingly easy. Thank you for the Magnum as a suggestion there. I'm glad we had that as our backup. They were saving up all their actors for that bit. They were. Yay! Sad we didn't get Chris, because we would have been so close to getting Chris. We must have been so close to getting him.
Your wife?
Yeah, my wife and kids. They always wait up for me. Even today, my eldest daughter.
Jill's sad because Chris is dead. But Chris comes back.
It's okay. He's alive. I just know.
Yeah, it would have been cool if we had him with us, but that's fine. I'm happy with this ending. Thank you. Thank you on the congrats. I'm happy with this ending. The traditional Resident Evil end boss strategy. Shoot it with a grenade, with a rocket launcher. That seems to be the way. So, that was Resident Evil, everyone. We did it. We actually did Resident Evil. So, I've got to say, I'm a huge fan. I'm impressed. I was, shoot with Magnum, blow up with rocket. Exactly. You actually finished it. Now we can see the time. Oh my god, it's going to be hilarious seeing what the total is, like the stats at the end. Like, we had over 50 saves on easy. Look, just like Sadler and Wesker. Honestly, I really, really liked Resident Evil. I definitely think one of the biggest issues I had was that I was playing it for like hour and a half to 2 hour windows, and then I was having days and days in between. Like there would be the 2 days between Tuesday, like there would be the between Tuesday and Thursday, and then there would be like the whole weekend. And like having that big break in a game, which is like trying to get you to remember stuff and put it together, that definitely interfered a little bit, because I'd be like, hang on, what's this layout? What is this? I've been in so many other games since I was last here. So I definitely felt like that affected some of the things I was doing. Just because like there was such big gaps, and I don't think the game is intended to play in small snippets with prolonged periods down. But despite that, like that was the only real negative thing I got from the game, and that's not really the game's fault. That was a me Talos thing. But the dialogue was wonderfully cheesy. Most of the riddles did make sense. I think there was only one or two that we were kind of like, how were we meant to get there? But most of them made sense. It was fun. I legitimately had a lot of fun. I was always excited whenever I was like doing a Resident Evil story. I was like, yes, it's Resident Evil tonight. And solving it made like doing the little things. I was like, I feel genuinely smart.
Jill, you did a fine job.
18 hours, 56 minutes. Jesus Christ. There's no... to be fair, some of that possibly would have just been me when I was like pre-stream. I would open it up to like remember movements, and I'd leave the game running. So some of that would be that. So I don't think it's 100% 18 hours, but, not bad, Felipe. What's the longest time you've seen someone take on a first playthrough? Yeah, you probably experience these games more fully if you play it off stream. I think it's definitely like I still feel like I definitely got the Resident Evil experience 100% Sleep. Like the story and everything, like I really, really liked it. I definitely think though it's just hard to navigate it when you're doing that. You give us attention, so it was really nice. It was a great game. It took me 12 hours or so for the first time. So about 12 hours, I think that's about how long to beat said it should take. So we used 264 ammo, 56 ink ribbons were used, health items used 38, and we killed 78 creatures. Watch me take 60 hours to complete it. Now watch me do the 60 hours. But I play with no distractions. True. I guess that's the other thing is like we probably did spend a good chunk of that 18 hours, almost 19 hours, let's be honest there. 19 hours just sort of like talking about cake or standing in a save room and me having a rant. But other than that, I'm really happy with how that went. I genuinely, I can see, having played it, I'm like, I can very easily see how when this came out in 1996, like the very, very first one, how it would have captured a lot of people's imagination, and it would have just been very different to a lot of other stuff out there. I got a closet key, excellent. Oh, I have a new costume. And I can definitely see how it spawned like such a massive franchise. Like I already, like, you know, I obviously I've played Resident Evil 4, I've played Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil Revelations. I've always enjoyed myself when I'm playing a Resident Evil game. And I'd heard a lot of people say that, you know, they're like, oh, you won't really like Resident Evil 1 or 2 because they're different. Like, you know, they're not the same. The first ones are different. But I'm like, no. It's still Resident Evil. It still has this core, like, that's the thing I love about Resident Evil. There's this, like, I don't quite want to say cheesy, but it's the closest word I can think of, really. There's just something about the narrative and the world of Resident Evil that I absolutely adore. And even the way the cameras and everything worked in this game, as frustrating as it could be at times, it just added to it. Like there were moments where I was genuinely scared because I was like, no, if I die, I'm gonna have to reset all of my progress. Which again, a lot of games I play these days aren't quite like that. So it was a really nice experience. It's camp. Camp's a good word for it, Boom. Yeah, it was something different. It was definitely something very, very different. Like, cause like when I was like doing some reading on it at the time, like when we first did Resident Evil, like the very first stream and everything, I went through a bunch of the stuff that happened around how Resident Evil got made. Like it was based off another game. Like it was actually meant to originally have been an entirely different game, but then Capcom lost rights to it. So they came up with a Resident Evil. What's the new costume lingerie? What do we want to press to get the new costume? Do I want to... I don't want to load game, right? Do I want to go once again? Very easy. No, we'll go easy. At least we're on easy. It's a great vibe. It is a really, really... I just want to see what her new costume is. A new costume has been unlocked. Very easy. No, we'll go easy. At least we're on easy. It's a great vibe. It is a really, really... I just want to see what her new costume is. A new costume has been unlocked. Very easy. No, we'll go easy. At least we're on easy. I just want to see what her new costume is. A new costume has been unlocked. Oh no, I didn't want Chris. Did I accidentally select Chris? No, I didn't want Chris. Don't be garbage. I don't want Chris. I don't care about Chris. I care about Jill. Stop. Enter. So, but no, it's very, you can definitely, like, it's interesting. Like, there's even tropes and stuff set up. It's one of my favorite things about playing games that are older, especially games that had, like, a huge significance on, like, the gaming industry, is it's fun to, like, see where things have come from. Once again, let's try once again, but Jewel in a different costume. Where is the Resident Evil beach volleyball game? Oh. Are you unhappy we finished the game? Like, that's not... Boom, you're a big costume person. So we could have classic Jill. We could have cool, new Jill. Or we could have this. And what would you call this Jill? I don't know why, but I get the impression she's about to go chop a bunch of trees down. Chris and Jill have different paths through the game. So yeah, they have different paths now. I'm gonna probably have to just check out what, like, I think I might play this off stream myself as Chris, just to see how different it is as Chris. I thought that they have the same riddles though, right, Dale? But they do them in like a different order, is it? That's Army Jill apparently. Interesting. Sonya Blade. There you go, yes. Do you want us to wear less protective clothes? I know, right? You're finished now, less gear. Chris does not pick locks. Yeah, I know, like, the thing is, Jill picked, like, 2 locks. I think, the entire time. And Chris has less inventory space, which I thought was very interesting. But Chris, I believe, is more resilient to being attacked. So Jill is a bit more tactical, whereas Chris is like, I'm Chris, I eat 1,000 eggs a day. Come at me, bro. Which is exactly, I guess, what he says to zombies. He finds Smokies. Oh, that's going to be very interesting to have a look at. But I am 100%, I'm so absolutely happy that I enjoyed Resident Evil 1. It's creepy having no music. That I enjoyed Resident Evil 1 as much as I have, because I plan to play all the Resident Evils, and this has really cemented that that's what I want to do. So we'll have Resident Evil 2 probably sooner rather than later. It seems to be almost every other month I have a Resident Evil game playing at this point in time. So we'll probably have another one popping up soon, whether it's Resident Evil 2 or who knows what. But really great game, and absolutely a lot of fun. So as I'll wrap up the stream now. Honestly, I would give that at least a 9 out of 10, maybe an 8 out of 10, 8.5, 9. I'm trying to like counter it with like my, you know what? No, it's a really, really good game. I'll go 9 out of 10. I'll go a 9 out of 10. Really, really, really enjoyed it. This is your first time playing this game. It was my first time playing this game, DRX. I've just finished it, so it was my very first time playing the game, and I absolutely loved it. It was an absolute ball. I look forward to playing the next one, number 2, because I think that's going to be even more delightful. What's your best part? The best part, to be honest, I think the best part was literally just dealing with Jill. I loved just the way that Jill was sorting things out, like the story. Honestly, that's what it is. I played as Jill. To play Chris and finding Rebecca. You find Rebecca? What? Isn't Cursed Halo next? So, I'll answer what's happening next. So, just after my favorite part. So, I think, like, honestly, the whole story was just so much fun as playing Jill. A favorite part is like so hard to say because it was such, I think just the general trip. I really liked the way that they built a horror game in such a, initially you spend the bulk of the game just in the mansion. And it's this game that is horrifying in such a, almost in my opinion, minimalistic setting. Like you're not going that far. And even when you are going farther in the other places, they're all very small. And they make this map feel absolutely massive when it's not really, it's big, but it's not the biggest thing ever. But it's this very self-contained, awesome horror story that they have going on. And it legitimately had me on the edge at times, like when they were coming around the corners, the way they'd worked the angles and stuff like that. Like, it's a Capcom story, so it's never going to blow your mind 100%, but the story was fun, and that was what was really good. So I think it's hard for me to be like, what a favorite part. But just the journey itself was really, really good. That's what I think I liked. Actually, to be fair, possibly the very start where, you know, Jill falls and accidentally shoots them. Oh, so Chris doesn't have Barry, he has Rebecca! I'm going to have to check that out. You're going to play Resident Evil 2 Remake or Super Pixel version? Probably the remake, Sleepy. Probably the remake, just so it flows better on the computer. Unless there's a huge difference between the two. I think when I have talked to Resident Evil fans, they've said to me, play number 2, the remake, not the original. But I'll see what's happening. Are you playing all the Resident Evil games? My plan is to do that, the directs. My plan is to go through every single one of them. So I've played 4, 5... Resident Evil Revelations and Resident Evil 1 now. So I plan to go through every single Resident Evil game there is because I'm just really into the games. I just really, really like them. I'm awful at puzzles, which is hilarious, but I love the games. Favorite part is you, Barry. Meh. Actually, the shark bit was really good, honestly. The shark bit was a lot of fun. I did like the giant sharks. They were cool. You'd play as Chris before I go to 2. I'll play as Chris first, just so you can get that side of the story, Dale. That's fair. I do want to check it out. I wonder if I could go much faster. I might actually just go through 2. Like, through 1, sorry, as Chris, just to see. Because I'd love to see if it's a completely different story from his perspective. That's really interesting. Then you have to replay... And that's a good point. Like, do I have to replay do the remakes and the originals? That is a good point. But yes, so, because I do have to wrap it up, unfortunately, because I have cursed work the next day. Next Resident Evil will be Dead Aim, the most critically acclaimed. What is it, Raccoon City, that everyone, like, gets, like, no, that's a terrible game? But no, it's fun going through. I think one of the best things about Resident Evil is the amount of lore and, like, just the history and the games behind it. And when you start to read on quite a few of the games, the impact they have on the gaming industry, like, 4 obviously having, like, such a major impact, you know, that's why we have certain games like Dead Space and stuff like that. Why they, you know, like, revolutionizing the whole third-person shooter. Like, we wouldn't have Gears, in theory, if it wasn't for Resident Evil 4. And just so many other, like, and again, like, Resident Evil is accredited with, you know, revitalizing the survival horror. At least that's what I was reading when I was reading about it. Charizard is your favorite Pokemon monster? Charizard is the best. I see, yes, the Charmander we have there. He's just lurking in the corner. I think I had a Ponyta near him at some point, but he's gone walkabout on me. I'm glad. You have great taste, Deorox. You have great taste indeed. I want to see Resident Evil 7 VR mode. I need to get a VR headset. I would like to get one this year, but we'll see. But I should wrap this up. The thing is, we're talking about Resident Evil, so it's hard to get me to stop talking because I just go like, I just have so much funness. But this Thursday, everyone, there isn't actually a stream. Just an FYI, I've had some stuff that I need to take care of on the Thursday, unfortunately, which conflicts with it. So we won't have a stream this Thursday, but we will have Saturday, Sunday. So Cursed Halo is planned for Saturday. That is the game redemption. So we're doing Cursed Halo on Saturday. We'll decide on Saturday whether or not you guys want to see a whole playthrough of Cursed Halo, or you just want to leave it on as the Saturday one. And then we should have Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl coming up. And there should be, depending on how that works out, we may have a vote this week or in a couple of weeks' time for the next game. And hello, DJ Adrian. How are you going? I hope you're going well. Stalker is coming. Don't worry, Faces. Stalker is definitely coming. So Stalker will definitely be there. So it'll either be whether or not you guys want to see a run through of Cursed Halo, and we'll probably do Cursed Halo all in one go, and then change to Stalker, and then we'll vote in. We'll have the Discord vote on the next game to run side by side that, because we'll do the weekday thing. But I'm okay, and I'm going great. I just finished Resident Evil, and it was an absolutely fantastic game, DJ. It was absolutely fantastic. But I do have to say, thank you all so much for jumping in and joining me. I do super duper appreciate it. It's so much fun chatting to you all. And a big thank you as well to those who did help me along the way with some of the puzzles and hints and tricks there. I do really appreciate that as well. That was so great. And also a giant thank you to those who do just lurk or just watch the VODs. But you all have an absolutely fantastic rest of your time zone, wherever you all are. And I will catch you next time. Bye!